Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you are having a peaceful day. Today, I want to share a story with you. A story about words. Words that made people laugh. Words that made people cry. Words that traveled across the world. Can you imagine one person changing how we speak English? This person was born more than 400 years ago. But his words are still alive today. His name was William Shakespeare. Take a moment to relax. Listen to this journey with me. And if you enjoy learning English through stories, please subscribe to Storyline English. It helps us bring you more calm, simple stories like this one. William Shakespeare was born in the year 1564. He was born in a small town called Stratford-upon-Avon. This town was in England. It was a quiet place with a river and simple streets. His father was John Shakespeare. John worked with leather. He made gloves. His mother was Mary Arden. She came from a family with land. William was their third child. He had brothers and sisters. Life in those days was different. There were no cars or electricity. People lived simply. They worked hard. Families stayed close together. When William was young, he went to school. His school was called a grammar school. At this school, children learned Latin. They read old stories. They studied language and poetry. William loved words. He loved the way words sounded. He loved the way they created pictures in the mind. But his family did not have much money. When William was a teenager, he had to leave school. He needed to help his father. This was normal in those times. Many children stopped learning early. But William never stopped reading. He never stopped thinking about stories. When William was 18 years old, something important happened. He married a woman named Anne Hathaway. Anne was older than William. She was 26 years old. They had 3 children together. First, they had a daughter named Susanna. Then they had twins. The twins were named Hamnet and Judith. William now had a family. He needed to provide for them. He needed money. He needed work. But Stratford was a small town. There were not many opportunities. We do not know everything about these years in William's life. History is sometimes silent. But we know that William left Stratford. He traveled to London. London was the big city. It was full of noise and people and possibility. Why did he go? Maybe he wanted adventure. Maybe he needed money. Maybe he wanted to chase his dream of writing. This was a difficult decision. He left his wife and children behind. In those days, travel was slow and hard. Letters took time. But William believed in something. He believed in words and stories. He believed in theater. London was busy and exciting, but it was also dangerous. Streets were dirty. Disease spread quickly. People lived close together in small houses. Yet London had something special. It had theaters. Theaters were new and popular. People from all walks of life came to watch plays. Rich people sat in comfortable seats. Poor people stood in the yard and watched from below. Everyone loved stories. Everyone wanted to laugh and cry and feel alive. William arrived in this world. At first, he was nobody. He had no connections. He had no fame. He started at the bottom. He worked with actors. He helped with small tasks. He learned how the theater worked. And slowly, he began to write. William Shakespeare began writing plays. His first plays were simple, but people liked them. They liked his words. They liked his stories. Soon, he became known. Theaters wanted his work. Actors wanted to perform his plays. He wrote about kings and queens. He wrote about love and jealousy. He wrote about magic and murder. He wrote about ordinary people with big dreams. His stories touched everyone. They were funny and sad and real. People saw themselves in his characters. They felt what his characters felt. Shakespeare wrote many famous plays. He wrote Romeo and Juliet. This is a story about two young people in love, but their families hate each other. It is a tragedy. It is beautiful and heartbreaking. He wrote Hamlet. This is about a prince who must make difficult choices. He wrote Macbeth. This is about power and ambition. He wrote A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is about love and magic in a forest. He also wrote comedies. Comedies made people laugh. He wrote histories about English kings, and he wrote sonnets. Sonnets are short, beautiful poems about love and time and life. Shakespeare did not work alone. He joined a group of actors called the Lord Chamberlain's Men. Later, they became the King's Men. They performed at a theater called the Globe. The Globe was a special place. It was round and made of wood. It was open to the sky. When it rained, actors and audience got wet, but nobody cared. The stories were too good. Shakespeare was not just a writer. He was also an actor. He performed in plays. He understood the stage. He understood rhythm and movement and emotion. This made his writing powerful. During these years, Shakespeare became successful. He earned money. He bought property. He invested in theaters. He sent money back to his family in Stratford. But success did not make him proud or cold. His words stayed human. His stories stayed true. He understood people deeply. He understood their fears, their hopes, their mistakes, their love. He wrote about fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, friends and enemies. He wrote about what it means to be human. And people everywhere felt seen. They felt understood. After many years in London, William Shakespeare returned to Stratford. He was older now. He had written 37 plays. He had written 154 sonnets. He had created worlds with his pen. He went back to his family. He lived quietly. He enjoyed his home. He spent time with his daughters. His son Hamnet had died young, and this brought him deep sadness. But he found peace in his final years. William Shakespeare died in 1616. He was 52 years old. He was buried in Stratford, in the church where he was baptized. His life had come full circle. But his words did not die. His plays continued. Actors continued to perform them. People continued to read them. His stories traveled across oceans. They were translated into many languages. Today, more than 400 years later, we still read Shakespeare. We still watch his plays. We still feel what he wanted us to feel. Why does Shakespeare still matter? Because he understood us. He understood that people everywhere feel the same emotions. Love is love in every country. Fear is fear in every heart. His words are beautiful and simple and true. Many English words we use today came from Shakespeare. Words like lonely and generous and excitement. He invented them. He played with language. He made it sing. When we speak English, we speak a little bit of Shakespeare. So, my friends, this is the story of William Shakespeare, a boy from a small town who changed the world with words. He showed us that stories connect us, that language is powerful, that one person with a dream can touch millions of hearts. His journey reminds us to believe in our own gifts, to use our voice, to tell our stories. Thank you for listening today. I hope you enjoyed this calm journey through history. If you did, I would be so grateful if you subscribe. It helps us create more English learning stories for you. You can also leave a comment. Tell me which historical person you would like to hear about next. And remember, every story is a chance to learn. Every story is a chance to grow. Until next time, my friends, take care. Keep learning, keep listening, and keep discovering the beautiful world of English.